Look at this lovely little handbag shop that I'm going to show you how to make. It's actually a pop-up card, a three-dimensional card, as you can see here. It's got a nice little stand and there's space on the back for you to write a greeting. But the detail on the front is just lovely. I've added some little three-dimensional pads to the handbags to make them stand up a little bit. And of course I've decorated with gems. I also raised the sign there, the open. And the kit that you're going to download comes with loads of different sentiments. So the things that you'll need, we'll start with the download. The download's from Craftsy Print, and I'm going to put a link to it just below the video, so you can click on there and go straight in and order it for yourself. Now the great thing about a download is that it comes instantly into your computer, so you can get started right away. All you need is a colour printer. If you don't have a printer, you can actually order the physical sheets from Craftsy Print, and they're 25p each. And the cost of this little kit is £1.50. If you're ordering and you want to pay in a different currency, you just go into the site, click on the pound sign and change it into dollars or euros, and off you go. So that's how you get the kit. What else do we need? I'm going to be using a ruler, some little scissors for cutting out the detail, like around here. I don't think we'll need the pencil. I'm going to use something for scoring and for burnishing with. You'll need some gems for trimming it. And then for adhesive, I'm going to use some double-sided tape in some places where I want it to stick instantly. And I'm going to use some wet glue where I might want to adjust things and slide them around a little bit. So that's the kit sorted out. So once you've got your download, the first thing you need to do is press save. Because once you've got the download in your computer, it's yours forever. You can print this little kit out as many times as you like, so you can give cards to your friends. You can make cards for craft fairs. It's unlimited what you can do with it. So once you've downloaded it, you're going to print it out, and it'll look something like this. The first sheet has the front of the shop and the back of the shop. You'll see here that it's in white, and I actually wanted the back of the shop, as you can see here, to be lilac, so I printed the sheet again on lilac paper. The white card is fairly tough. This is 220 GSM, so it stands up nice and firm, but of course the lilac card you can only get in sort of a regular weight. It's a little bit more flimsy, but it's okay. The shop front will be sturdy and will support it. So you've got one sheet like that, possibly printed out in white and on lilac if you've got it, and a second sheet with all the sentiments in. And just look at the choices: Happy Mother's Day, birthday greetings, birthday girl, with love. Really, whatever you want to send the card for, there's something here that will do the job. And also on here, you'll see that there's a square here that says bottom joining piece. And this is that little accordion fold at the bottom that helps it to stand up. And again, I didn't want it in white, so I printed it out on this lilac paper. So you've got your printed sheets out, ready to go. But before you start cutting, there's an important thing you have to do. On some of the sheets from Craftsy Print, there are scoring lines marked. And once you've cut into the sheet, you can't actually see where they are. So you need to do your scoring first. On this sheet, we only need to score this joining piece, and the little lines here and here indicate where you've got to score them. So I'm just putting my ruler down on the first two there, lining them up. You can use anything to score with that's going to just make an indentation into your card without actually cutting through it. So I'm just using the back of my scissors. You might have an actual scoring tool. You can use a spreader or a butter knife, anything that will just break the fibres so that when you start to fold, the cardboard will comply and will fold neatly along where you want it to be. So I've made my 3 score lines, and once you've cut them out, you'll have a pile of stuff that looks something like this. These are the main pieces. So I've got the shop front there, I've got the shop back, and I've got that joining piece that we were just scoring. So I'll start with this so you can see what we're doing. Remember, I scored 3 horizontal lines on it, and we're going to fold them in a mountain fold in the middle and valley folds either side to create a sort of W shape. I'll show you. So I'm going to start with the middle one. Folding it, see how easy it goes along that score line now? And I'm just using the bone folder to burnish along. If you don't have a bone folder or something like that, you can use a credit card, because these are great for just making a nice firm fold. And then I'm going to fold the other lines in the opposite direction, and again burnish them, make them nice and sharp. So that's a valley fold and another valley fold. There we go. And you can see I've ended up with a sort of W shape, and this is going to go between the front and the back of the card so that it stands up nice and firm. So moving on to the card front and the back. I've already put some double-sided tape along the top here. You're only going to do it on the roof line, so you've got one right at the top to fix it, and you've got one, and this is just above the line where it's really where the awning starts. You can't see it very well, but that's roughly where you want to go, where that line is. I've taken the backing paper off there, and very carefully I'm going to match up the front of the shop over it and stick it down so you don't get any overhang. So there we go. Front and back are now attached at the top but not at the bottom, but I've got my W to do that. Now this time, instead of using double-sided tape, I'm going to use wet glue, because I really need to slide this in and get it exactly right in the right place. And tape tends to snag and stick, and that's it. If it's not quite right, you're stuck with it. So I'm doing it so that the folds are down at the bottom of the card and the cut edge is going up inside. And I'm just going to pop that in along the bottom. Right, so I've got it in on the back like that, and I'm going to add more glue to the other side. And press the front down over it. See what I mean about needing to slide it? It's showing a little bit, so I'm just going to push it up. And there we go. That's the W piece now gone into the bottom of your card to hold it nice and firm and make it stand up really nice and sturdy. And that's pretty much it for the construction of the actual card. The rest of it is all about doing the decorating. So let's have a look what I've got here. From that second purple piece, I cut another awning, you can see here, because I wanted to have it sort of three-dimensional. And on the back, I've put some double-sided tape, just a thin strip at the top. But down here, I put 3D foam so that the bottom will stand out a bit. So let's get the paper off here and see how this looks. Four little tabs there are just going to hold it out so it doesn't lie flat. Right, so again, matching it up quite carefully. I've got that down. Right, the tape is holding it firmly at the top, and these little foam tabs are holding it off at the bottom. So you can see there, it's all one, but down here we've actually got a raised awning now, which I think looks rather nice. Right, let's see what else we've got to go on and decorate with. You've got lots of these different sentiments that you can put anywhere. On the front, you can pop them on the back if you like. You've got enough to put them all over the place. I'm going to glue this one onto that awning. I'm not using three-dimensional tape because it's already standing out quite prominently from the card, so we'll stick this on fairly centred if we can. Just for you. Lovely. Now, out of that second piece of card, remember I told you that I had a white sheet with the front and back on, but I printed it again in purple. Out of this I took the back, which we've used, and I've also cut out a couple of the bags and the open sign off the door. That's all I'm left with now, so that was good, well used. So this little bag is going to go on there and just make it stand out a little bit. I didn't bother cutting the handle, that would have been ever so fiddly. I just cut the bag, but it'll be okay because the handle stands behind. So I've got my 3D foam tape on there, and again, matching it up, pressing it down, easy as that. I've also cut out the one that was outside the shop window here, And again, 3D foam on the back, just to make it stand out. And we have there. I also did the open sign. Anything for a little bit of added interest, I think. And that fits on just nicely. There. Time for a little bit of sparkle and bling, I think. I've got some black gems here. I find them really useful for doing things. I'm going to put them on the clasp here, so it looks like one of those double handbag fasteners. I can catch the gem. So I'm just putting two next to each other, one and another one there, on top of the printed bit. But now it looks a little bit more out and prominent. I'm also going to add some bits to this bag here, where the bag handle connects. One and another one there. And then I think this bag deserves a little bit of colour. Let me see what I've got here. So some pink gems can go on there. Sticky back's all well and good, but it sticks to everything. There we go. And we'll have a couple on this bag as well. There. And there. I also added some gems up on my sentiment, just to draw the eye up there a little bit. So I'm going to put some purple ones up there, there, and there. Get that one. Lovely. I think you'll agree that really does look rather special, and yet it's taken what, 10 minutes at the most to do it all. The back is left plain, so I actually cut a piece of card to go on in white as an area for writing. I'll just glue that on. And you still have plenty of sentiments left if you want to add something else on the back. I've got one here, it says birthday greetings, something like that. Yeah, lots of different options. So there you have it. I hope you'll give this one a try. Let me know how you get on, whether you like it or you don't. And I'm sure that anyone who receives a card like this for a birthday, Mother's Day, get well, or just thinking of you will be absolutely delighted with it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.